Hi. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make an impactful, impressive CV. And this is applicable for freshers who will be applying for jobs, either from the campus or maybe outside the campus. It is applicable for any stream of students. It can be applicable for an engineer or a management student or someone from some other background as well. Now, I'm sure that you must have heard of this quote which says that your first impression is your last impression. So CV act like your first or gives your first impression to a panel who will be interviewing you when you're going for a job interview. Now, generally, what happens when a company comes for a campus placement into a college or a university, then a panel come across a similar kind of a CV, wherein most of the time only the name and the qualification is changed and the remaining content remains the same. So what if you being on the other side of the table and you are a panel and you come across a similar kind of a CVs, probably that might not be sounding very interesting to you, and you will feel that students are not the student is not very mature, or he's not very effective in whatever he has framed across. So it's very important for you to first of all identify what is your differentiator, how different or unique you are from your peers who are applying for a similar kind of a job role. Second, what is your USP, unique selling point, and that needs to be highlighted in your CV. So a lot of homework needs to go into it before you create an impactful CV for yourself. So typically, these days, a CV should be, I'll tell you the format of a CV, effective CV. CV should not be very long. It should not be 2, 3, 4 pager. It should be one pager comprising of at the top your name and your educational qualification, which is your degree, your schooling, which is your 12th class marks and 10th. This is number one. Number two is your skills. Skills that you would have acquired over and above your academics. It can be your technical or a non-technical skills. And if this skill is relevant to the job for which you are applying, this cannot be anything better than that. And you need to do a deep analysis and research on whatever skill that you're writing, so that the questions which a panel would be asking you from those skills, you'll be able to answer them flawlessly, with a lot of confidence. So this is the second thing. Third thing is your final year project. So whatever project that you have been doing, you need to write the name and your contribution without being verbose, maybe in 1 or 2 lines, nothing more than that, and then prompting the panel to ask you question at the time of your interview on that particular final year project. Then the fourth thing can be your extracurricular activities. Over that means activities in which you were involved over and above your academics while you were a part of that particular institute is something which needs to be highlighted. And the fifth thing can be your strengths, probably which you think that you're very comfortable in, and that can be useful for an organization when they hire you. So nothing much. In case, don't make it very clumsy, don't make it very lengthy, but whatever you would have written has to be unique to yourself, should be well researched, and whatever you have written, you need to do a deep analysis and try to acquire as much knowledge as possible from that particular domain, so that at the time of an interview, if a panel asks you anything out of it, you would be able to comfortably handle any questions related to that particular thing. At the end, you can also write some achievements which you would have acquired in due course of time while your graduation or post graduation or during your school, which you think probably can be an additional value that you can add at the time of your interview, and that can be your differentiator. So that's it. As I can reiterate the entire thing: your education qualification. Second is your skills, only writing them, technical or non-technical, wherein you want to highlight yourself. Third can be your final year project. Then your extracurricular activities in which you were involved. It can also be your co-curricular activities, which should reflect some other personality traits. It can be your leadership qualities, your team skills, or maybe your adaptability, flexibility, fast learner, and so on and so forth. Then comes your strengths, which is also very important. Do a well research of while writing all these things, 3 to 4 strengths. But rather than writing only the strengths, you should also have this thing in mind, that what if he asks me at the time of an interview that tell me areas wherein you would have showcased your strengths that you're talking about. So this is the fifth one. And then at the end, you can write about an additional achievement uh, which you would have done. So this is what it is that makes it a flawless CV for a fresher. I think I have been able to give you some inputs in it. Thank you so much and keep watching. We'll keep on adding more such videos for your benefit. Thank you.